So Scott, we are going to transition our call as we get ready to close. I do want to ask you a couple of additional questions just off the cuff, and you can give me your best off the cuff answer. But the first question is, what's the one piece of advice that if you could go back to your 21-year-old self, what's the one piece of advice that you would give yourself that would really benefit you over your career?
That's a great question. I think I would say something along the lines of, if you want something, you have to be the one to go out and do it, or to take the action and to make the change in order to achieve that, because no one else cares about me any more than I do, right? So if I want my life to be different, I'm the one that's responsible for going out and doing something different, because I've said before, if nothing changes, then nothing changes, right? If what I do doesn't change, then what I get from doing it isn't going to change either. So I think just take the opportunity to keep working, to keep learning, meeting people, networking, gaining knowledge. Never stop learning, I guess, and working hard, because I've got a lot of good things that I like to do with my life, and I don't expect anyone else to care about them any more than I do, or as much as I do. So if I want something, it's got to be because of me.
No, love that. And a related question then, what's your biggest failure or obstacle that you had to overcome, and how did you overcome it?
Also a good question. I guess I would say it is kind of related, but I would say getting over myself sometimes. I am an analytical kind of minded person. I'm an accountant, right? So sometimes I could have a tendency to overanalyze instead of to analyze a little bit and then do. Or I could. It's not my, just being on my first podcast was a huge step for me, because I'm not necessarily a social person to the extent that I like to tell everyone what I'm doing. It took me a long time most people for the longest time, I don't talk about my real estate. It's because I feel, well, no one else really cares. They don't need to know what I'm doing. I love it. I love talking about it if someone's interested, but it just hasn't been something that I've gone out and told the world. But getting over myself and getting over the, not necessarily the fear, but just the thought of putting myself out there for others to maybe have an opinion about. I guess that was big for me to get over, and I'm still learning how to do that. But yes, just getting out of my own way sometimes is what I need to do.
No, that's a common theme, not just investors, but just people in general, right? How do you put yourself out there? How do you get out of your comfort zone and you change your mindset and overcome your beliefs or limiting beliefs? That's a common challenge. So you're not alone. So the last question that I'll ask then is just simply, how can people get a hold of you, Scott, if they want to learn more about you, your journey, or if they want to learn more about investing with you? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Sure. So my company is called Onward Equity, and our website is www.onward-equity.com. And from there, certainly, there's a contact us page. You can reach out via email me, or my email is just scott@onward-equity.com. I will say quickly, if someone is interested in learning kind of what does it mean to be a passive investor or a limited partner in a real estate syndication, I wrote an ebook that I think it's written for those that are starting at more the beginner level, trying to figure out, is this for me? So if you go to my website, if it's working properly, the pop-up should come up and ask you if you want an ebook of the top 10 reasons to be a limited partner in a real estate syndication. So I think it's a good way to gain some knowledge and just see if it works for you.
So I'll make sure that we link all this in the show notes so that people can find you and find your ebook and hopefully download it as a resource so that they can start their education in multifamily syndications. That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
So Scott, as we're closing up, I just want to thank you again for taking the time to come on the show and just talk about your journey and your story, and obviously your nonprofit work. Just an amazing story, I think, and I really appreciate your time.
Had a lot of fun. I really appreciate you allowing me to be on here and share my story, and I love talking about it. So thanks for the opportunity.
No, definitely. Let's stay connected, and I'd love to see how you progress in your career over time. So definitely let's stay connected. And then to all the listeners, thank you so much for stopping by and listening to this episode of the Invest Smarter podcast. I know you found value in this episode. Scott delivered so many different nuggets of knowledge and just sharing his journey. So please leave a 5-star rating and a review for the podcast. It goes a long way in helping the show grow and also attracting the types of guests that you as the audience both want to and need to listen to. So thanks again for listening, and we will talk again soon.